Hi everybody, Sunny Bonani. Welcome to my channel. Guys, please forgive me. I'm trying to fix my sound. I'm realizing some of the videos has this echo thing that I don't know where it comes from. And then if I remove the microphone, it's even worse. I don't know, you guys. Listen, hey, technology and me are not friends, but we are getting to know each other. So forgive me as long as you can hear what I'm saying, guys. I'm trying to figure out what's happening here. So yes, welcome to my channel. Kamala Modern Legend. On this channel siyayifunde iy'ncwadi ey'bhalwe ngolimi lwethu lwesiZulu bese size la sizokhuluma ngazo ley'ndaba esuke siy'fundile senzela laba phela abangenaso isikhathi ukufunda iy'ncwadi nalaba abanqenayo nje ukufunda. Siyaphinda futhi sibuke ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sizokhuluma ngawo lama shows senze ama-reviews or ama-recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma nga-any other issues avuka uma ngabe lama shows sesiwabukile kwi-TV. Okay, let's get done with this video. Namhlanje naye sifuna ukwenza u-episode 2, i-full review ka-episode 2 we-Life with Kelly Khumalo. So uma ngabe u-episode wanamhlanje, episode yanamhlanje iqala they're at home, no, not at home, base-Rosebank at Universal Studios, and it's a meeting, I guess, with the executives. Zakhona, maybe some admin staff as well, because bebebaningi laba bantu, were they not like 15 maybe? Yeah, so nice. She was surprised because there were so many people, so I guess they had something to celebrate with her that she didn't know about. And ukhuluma ngendaba ukuthi ufuna ukurelease album in August, and I'm guessing that this is this August, but they haven't chosen a single to come out on radio. I don't know if it's out yet because they shot the show a while ago. They haven't chosen a singer, but she wants to talk about the features. Apparently, there are possibilities of her featuring Usjava, Questa, kanye noZakwe, so they're just discussing that. And then I guess they had good news for her that she didn't know about. And the good news was that her song Ungathwala Ngaye has reached platinum status and is at 26,000 units. So I was wondering, guys, what's in music when they say 26,000 units? I mean, back then, if they say 26,000 units, I would have thought it's the CDs. So I'm wondering now that the people don't really necessarily buy AMA CDs, what are they counting? Mhlampe the song was sold online. What are the units? I'm just curious to know what are the units exactly. But they're saying Ngathola is at 26,000 units, and then Espambanweni is at 38,000, also at platinum, and then Mpini, but it's 4 times platinum. 4 times platinum, and they say the album is gold. It should be gold because honestly, all of these songs did so well for Kelly, and Zimnandi Zonga, she did such a good job with them. So she's so happy. I guess she didn't know, and she's so happy. She was crying, and I guess it means a lot to her because she's going through a lot. She's gone through a lot, and honestly, I mean, singamfall to Kelly bafethu ngezinye izinto kodwa nje when it comes to her singing, I think she's a hard worker there, and I think she's really good at what she does, honestly. And so kuningi esingakusho ukuthi wrong ngayo, but there we can't say much. So after the meeting, she goes out to a restaurant, I think just for drinks, with Uboni, who is her publicist. Yeah, and another person that she says was her business partner. And they're just talking, I guess, talking about a meeting that they had just had at Universal Studios, and then Uboni is talking about how she's worked with a lot of people, but one thing about Kelly Khumalo is that she shows up. I'm not surprised because she seems to be on her game when it comes to her music. Okay. And then the next thing, it was her driving home. I don't know whether she had picked up her son from school because I didn't see that part. And they are driving home with her son. And then I guess on the show they start showing us like how many newspaper articles that had come out at the time, and some insights from Mama radio station talking about her son being suspended from school because of he was in a possession of weed. Honestly, you guys, I wish that the newspapers and the radio station, all that, they didn't report that thing like they did, because I wish that they had considered what he's a child. It was almost like a report was this person was caught with weed and suspended from school. I think we all forgot to see that whole thing was about somebody that was a child. I mean, listening to that on radio now that it has even passed, it happened a while ago. Like, I'm surprised to see everybody just went in like that about somebody's child. And him having done something that a lot of the kids might have done too, but because he's in the public eye, it was just so much. I felt like it was too much. I think we have to be considerate. Maxwell kuyingane involved kule zinto, even though we don't like umawakhe that much, maybe, but I feel like it was too much, and there was no protection of the fact that this is a child that we are talking about. It was reported as if it's something that happened kumuntu omdala. Anyway, so she gets home and she's talking to her mom. They're in the kitchen. She's talking to her mom. I guess I understand ukuthi ifike kanjani to the newspapers, the fact that umntwana was suspended from school. But she does say ukuthi uyayazi ukuthi ivela kuphi. I suspect ukuthi mhlambe ucabanga ukuthi it comes from Jub's side, but I'm just wondering ukuthi how would he know, because ngathi they are not in communication about the child. But I feel like she is ufuna sicabange ukuthi that thing came from that side because they want to paint her as a bad mom. And I mean, only she knows izinto that, Juju's side are capable of. So for me, that's the feeling that I got, that she says she knows where it comes from. They just want her to paint her as a bad mom. And she does say one thing about her is that she is a good mom. She makes it a point to be a good mom because she feels like that's how she praises God, by being a good mom to her kid. She's very intentional about it. I do think that she's a good mom, you guys. I do think that she's a good mom. And I don't think ukuthi indaba yengane yakhe iya nensango esikoleni is as much of a big deal as we're making it to be. No, let me not say that it is a big deal, but I feel like yinto mhlambe nami ebingenzeka kumina, for an example. Ukuthi umntwana athathe into ekhaya that they're not supposed to touch, number one, and then ayithathe futhi ahambe nayo esikoleni. Angicabanga ukuthi lokho kwenzeke ngoba isendlini kaKelly. Yes. So bakhuluma indaba ukuthi, and then now abantu mabezobasebenzela, angazi ukuthi where that was coming from, but abantu mabezosebenza endlini mabezobasebenzela, now they have to sign i-NDA, and so that ingezoba khona lento yokuthi umuntu uyafika asebenze and then mabexabana naye, then they go to the newspapers bayo-reveala izinto. And yeah, anyway, from my understanding, the NDA would say it can only be valid for a certain number of years. Like, akuyona into ebhainda umuntu forever. So at some point, they will go to the newspapers. Vele. I guess when you are a celebrity, it really is risking indaba yabantu abakusebenzelayo, because vele mase nixabana uzothi phela mina ngangisebenzela uKelly. Hey, I know who killed I know who killed Senzo. Uzothe qamba manga umama. Ngathi ngabe bekhuluma vele, ngiyazi mina, ngiyazi ubani obulela uSenzo eseqamba manga umama. Yes. Yeah, imagine vele ukuthi it is risky. So mangithi mina, I don't understand ukuthi where it came in indaba yokuthi abantu basayine i-NDA, because I felt like into yengane, it didn't sound like they suspect umuntu osebenza endlini ukuthi uyena oyikhiphela ama-newspapers. It sounded like they are suspecting ukuthi into eyenzeka esikoleni, but mhlawumbe it's possible ukuthi mhlawumbe bafile ngathi one of the helpers mhlawumbe uyena okukhiphile isito sokuthi hayi bo phela ingane isuspendiwe esikoleni or whatever, so they feel like umuntu has to sign i-NDA. And also another thing about i-NDA is that ama-newspapers phela ngeke asho ukuthi aziwe ngubani, so a person might still disclose, but you won't know that they disclosed, so you can't hold them to that NDA because you don't know that they're the ones that actually told. But anyway, I guess they feel like it will protect them if everybody signs an NDA. So then they go to this event. I don't know that guy that she was with, but it's the same guy that she says was a business partner. I didn't get his name. They go to an event where they say it's a French event. They're launching perfumes and lotions, anything French. It was like nice music, drinks are flowing. They were doing like free hand massages, and she seems to really be enjoying the event. At some point, she has to like pose for the pictures. For Yes, for the pictures, she says she really, one of the things that she really hates about her career or her work is having to be able to pose for the camera. She feels like if you want to take a photo of her, just take a photo of her, like a natural photo of her doing as easy. Why does she need to pose? She hates posing, but then guess she posed because it's part of her job. And she says that recently she has a limited in number of the events that she attends when it comes to industry events because she just hates the fakery, like, hey, my friend. She says that the people don't keep it real. I guess with her being in the position that she's in, I mean, a lot of people will be pretending very because there's very few people that say positive things about Kelly when they speak to, whether they're speaking to the media or they're posting or whatever, relating to Indabaga Sense or Miriam. So it would be hard for her to think when they're being genuine to her when they're being nice because she knows behind her back they're probably saying some stuff and all of that. And I could get that, yeah. And anyway, kuma-celebrities nje, I imagine ukuthi there's a lot of people being fake. Anyway, she says that so she has limited, attend every single event that is there. She attends lawo events, lawo events. And there's drinks. It really looked like a really nice event. And then was that I sang so Selimatunzi, but I was like, is that a Selimatunzi presenter that was asking her question because it did look like someone who was the SMBC one or something. And they had to ask her questions, and then they're like. And I guess recently, guys, instead of people asking her about the music, they always are going to ask her about the drama because there's so much drama going on with the case. Gasenzo Meyiwa with her relationship with Jup doing the interviews. And when they were shooting the show, it was around that time. Jup doing the interviews and saying, you remember that big thing and the child at school, being suspended from school. So there's a lot of drama around her and her life. And a lot of the times, Vele, it's the one thing that people want to know about more than they want to know about her music. But she's very irritated that this guy is asking her this question. She's tired of people asking her the same question because he asked, "How are you handling the drama?" And yeah, and I guess also you really can't blame that presenter because probably he was told which questions he needed to ask her. And yeah, I mean, I think he was in a difficult position where he had to answer this question, but she wasn't impressed by it. But she still answered the question. She wasn't rude. She was just irritated that she had to answer that question once again. And then the event was over. And then the next scene, it was her and her mom. They're going to a therapy session. It's the same therapist that they saw last season with her mom. And the biggest thing that they have to discuss is the fallout between her, Kelly, and her sister, Uzandi. I guess she said about the fact that Uzandi fell pregnant, had a whole baby, engekho yena. So they've been in the outs for that long. The whole time Uzandi was pregnant, she had a baby, and even a baby's like 7 months now. And Kelly says she hasn't met the baby, but we are emphasizing what she really loves that baby very much. She is a god. How is she a godmother when they are not getting along or they had decided long before? I didn't understand that. But how is she a godmother when they are not getting along with the mother? Anyway, she does say she loves the child very much, even though she hasn't met him. And I guess with the therapist, they're trying to come up with a way that they can reconcile. But everybody, because last season Kelly was more like, I don't want to reconcile just for the sake of reconciling, just because we are family. We're like, asidlulise siqhubeke. She wanted them to understand what they had done to each other. If they are apologies, apologize because you understand what you did to me, and let me apologize because I understand what I did to you. And I guess also that's the same thing that they're saying now. She says she does feel like her sister owes her an apology, but she said she doesn't know how her sister feels. It's possible that her sister feels like she owes her an apology too. And the mom is more like Kiana. The relationship between her and Zandi has never been affected, just like the relationship between her and Ulon. I guess she hasn't taken side. Her and Ukeli. I guess she hasn't taken side. So for her, she just feel like her relationship with both of them is the same. It is just them who Kelly and Uzandi that are fighting. And yeah, I guess Kelly was just emotional about the fact that his sister's son has been around for so long and she hasn't met her. Honestly, for sisters to fight that long, it is strange. At some point, we just have to be, hey, okay. You have to be like, hey, okay, I was assisting. Let's go out or something, or it's okay. I understand, even when when you don't understand. They've been fighting for so long. But as we know, in recent reports, apparently she did go to see. When was the baby when the baby was born? Oh no, the children went and saw their cousin when she was born. But there's been reports that they've reconciled, and I hope that it's true. And I do hope that we are going to get to see that on the show. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, that was the episode for today. Not a lot of drama. I do like that they are intentional about working on their relationship with, like, her relationship with her mom, and I guess maybe this season we will see that with her sister as well, maybe, because those relationships are not really easy. Sometimes we take it for granted that a relationship with your mom will just be great because it's your mom, and sometimes that's not the case. So I like that they make an effort to try and understand each other and understand where they are with their relationships. I'm glad that nothing was said about Senzo and Senzo case in this episode. We were just watching Kelly because hey, I am tired of the bombs. The bombs that they keep dropping. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegiona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Tanda.